So the kids got today and a half a day tomorrow of school, and I am sneaking out to get me some lunch, because after a while we're gonna be lunching together and my pocket's gonna be hurting. So I'm finna go get me some lunch by myself today. To be honest, I usually don't get lunch when the kids are away. I usually eat with them. I don't know, I feel guilty sometimes, but the place that I'm going to today and the place that I'm going to tomorrow, they don't like it. So I bought them Cane's, a tray of Cane's chicken strips, and got them some fries, and they're gonna eat that today, and I'm going to eat me something with a little more flavor that I found in Iowa when I moved out here. It's not very expensive. It usually runs me about $12.84 after taxes. It is a restaurant and it's called the Royal Mile. When I first came out here, I was walking back and forth to work because my car was still in Tennessee. And since my car was in Tennessee, I was basically eating ramen all the time, because my car was in Tennessee and my children was in Tennessee while I got our apartment and stuff set up. And once I got our apartment and stuff set up, I still had to make sure my kids were okay in Memphis. So I was sending most of my check to them after I paid my regular bills. All my money went to them, so I would eat ramen all the time. Then somebody took me to lunch. It was a lady named Johanna. She took me to lunch and she treated me. And she introduced me to the Royal Mile, and the Royal Mile had a reasonable lunch special. Got about 6 things on the lunch special, but the thing that I ended up ordering the day that I went was a burger, because that's my go-to thing. You can't mess up a burger. I'm gonna be honest, the burger was not hitting on nothing. After you have Corned Beef House in Memphis, Tennessee, which is closed now, no burger ever tastes the same again. Like, for real. Once you have a really good burger, nothing seems to measure up to it. So I was disappointed with the burger, but I still ate it, of course. And I ended up going back because the other young lady that we went with, her name was Emily, I want to say. I'm not really sure, but she ordered something that looked more like, it'll taste better. And it was the Buffalo Chicken Ranch Bacon Sandwich. And that's what I'm headed to go get now. Like I said, I usually be feeling guilty whenever I eat without the kids, because I know that our money sometimes is limited, and you want to make sure your kids get the best of everything. You can take a back burner, for the most part, and that's what I've been doing. But a lot of times I have people encouraging me to do stuff for myself, because they know that I already give everything I can to the children. So they be like, oh, just a sandwich? Go ahead and get you a sandwich, girl. I'm like, okay. And I never really do it, but I just started when I came out here. I ain't gonna lie. And I just started about a couple months ago, because I still feel like this unfairness when I go to lunch without getting them anything. I feel like it's unfair. But I'm trying to do more for me. I am trying. I'm trying to do better. But I'm headed to go get me some lunch today. But the place that I'm talking about is called the Royal Mile, and it's on I think the address is 210 4th Street, Des Moines, Iowa. I'm not sure what the zip code is, but it's right up the street from my work building, and the food is absolutely amazing. Let me take that back. I've only had the chicken sandwich. Once I find something that I like, I try to stick to it. I didn't like the burger the first time, so the chicken sandwich is amazing. But one thing I can say, you have to watch what time you go, because sometimes the side, you could pick your sides. I always get the steak fries, and then they got the shoestring type fries, but I always get the steak fries. You could pick the size, so that's the one that I get. And sometimes, depending on what time I order it, they may be, it tastes like sometimes they didn't drop them again, or there was something left over, so I ask them for a new set of fries and they'll make me a new batch. So they are good at making a new batch, but I would prefer to get all my food at one time, because I like eating my stuff together. I don't like when I had one part, then I gotta wait on the next part, and everything got cold from the first part. So I prefer it to be ordered like when they first open up for lunch, which is around like 11:15. That's when I prefer to order. I have ordered it when the lunch special is almost over, which is about almost 2 o'clock, and that's when I end up getting them bad fries. But like I said, they're really good about replacing them if you let them know. But I prefer not to have my stuff separated. I like all my stuff together. And then I always get the ranch from behind the bar, not the ranch from the kitchen, the ranch from the behind the bar, because it's a thicker ranch and it's nothing like I've ever had before, and it is so good. And I dip my fries in it, and I have not even been eating fries with ketchup since I came to Iowa, because it's something about the ranch from here that tastes so much different, and it's so good, and it's just a thick consistency, and I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna show you guys everything once I get it, to let you guys know. But this is one of the places that I really like to frequent and get my food from. I made it to the Royal Mile. This is it, the Royal Mile. Can you see it? This is a little bit of inside. When I walked in, the guy behind the bar, he was actually taking the little plastic things that come off the cans, and he was cutting them. And I asked him why was he doing that, and he told me that he knows that there's a problem in the ocean, so it only takes him a few seconds just to do his part to make sure that if it does end up in the ocean, which we hope it doesn't, if it does end up in the ocean, at least it won't wind up around one of the animals in the ocean neck or anything like that. So each thing that we do kind of helps in an overall sense. I told him he was doing really, really good. I was happy to see him doing it, because that's the first thing I thought about. As soon as I saw him holding it, I was thinking about the turtle that I saw one time with it wrapped around his neck. So that was very nice of him. It's not something that is required of his job, but he chooses to do it to do his part. Like I was telling you guys, when I first moved out here, I was eating ramen all the time. So when my stomach just got tired of the ramen, I would go, and my sister, she would send me like $15 to give me something to eat. And the sandwich place that I go to, it costs $12.84 for the sandwich. Then I leave the rest for the tip, and I would if I had anything else, I would add it to it. But a lot of times I didn't have anything else to add. So I love this restaurant because even though I didn't have a lot to add as a tip, they knew I still wanted to eat. I didn't mind getting my stuff to go. They even asked me one time, why don't you come in and sit down? Why don't you come and sit down with us? Why are you rushing to eat? And I was like, I just don't have the money to sit down and eat, because I don't have the money to pay for your services to keep coming to cater to me. I'd rather just get my stuff to go, and I just go home and eat it and, go on about my business. At this restaurant, they had no issue with me leaving a $3 or $5 tip. But there was a restaurant up the street that was closer to my house, which I actually tried one time. I left a $5 tip, and the people behind the bar laughed at the fact that it wasn't that much in the I don't know what you call it, like the folder where you pay. they laughed at the tip. And I'm looking like, it actually hurt my feelings, because I'm like, I really did not have a lot of money, but I was so hungry. I was tired of eating ramen noodles. I would eat ramen with carrots, ramen with broccoli. I even started adding mustard to it just so I could have like a different taste and my stomach wouldn't reject it, or I wouldn't get like this hard feeling or this nauseating feeling at the top of my stomach. So they didn't care about the $3 tip. They didn't care if it was $3, $2, $5. They were appreciative. It wasn't a lot of people in there, and they sat back and talked to me, asked me about my how everything was going, since they knew I was new here. But the other restaurant, they just really left a bad taste in my mouth when they laughed at the fact that I couldn't afford to pay more. And I know it's some people that's like, oh, if you can't afford to pay a large tip, then you shouldn't go to a restaurant. I don't agree with it 100%. My thing is, if I cannot afford to pay you a tip, I will not sit down in their restaurant, but I will still order something and get it to go, because you're still paying for the product that you're receiving. You're just not paying for the additional service that you may get if you sit down and eat and things like that. So I'm still gonna order something. I'm just gonna get it to go when I don't have the money to pay for a good tip, and that's just it. I don't feel ashamed. I know I am not going to act like I got more than what I have in my pocket. But I know that sometimes I deserve to do something for me. And it took a long time for me to even get to that point where I actually treated myself. But by me being so close to my children and not being used to being away from them, like I couldn't transfer them, the last 3 months of school. I just let them stay down there, and I sent the majority of my check down there after I paid the bills and things. So I want to treat myself every once in a while. I think one of my coworkers, his name is Kyle, he actually felt bad for me, because I still haven't found this deal that he claimed that he had found in the Hy-Vee store, where you can get a buy one get one free meal. I haven't seen that yet, and I've been here a year now. So I think he actually just bought me lunch one day because he saw that I wouldn't eat anything but like fruits, vegetables, or ramen. That's the only thing I snacked on. I would always bring me like something that I could buy a bag of. Like if I get a bag of apples, $6. That's 2 apples for lunch, and that's two things of bananas to go with my apples. So that's basically what I was eating, and he saw that, and he ended up getting me a meal with the buy one get one at the Hy-Vee place. And I didn't even eat Chinese food at the time. Like, I've never really liked Chinese food, but he got me some spicy orange chicken fried rice or something, and I actually ate it. I was so freaking hungry. I didn't realize I was hungry until I ate it. So I have had some good experiences out here, but as far as like the food places, I have only a couple of them that's actually like genuinely good. Some of them I have tried and I've only been there one time. Don't plan on going back. Once I get the food and it doesn't taste good, I don't like wasting money. I'm not gonna go back. So I'm gonna introduce you all to the 3 places that I found out in Iowa within the next 3 days, so that you all can try them out. And this is the food from the Royal Mile. As you can see, the fries are always a hit or a miss, but they're edible. But the sandwich is always a hit. It's always. I haven't had a bad sandwich. It was always the fries. It was anything. Do you see how big the sandwich is? Look how big that is. Look how big that is compared to the coconut oil container. I'm currently getting my big back on with the Royal Mile buffalo chicken bacon ranch sandwich, the breaded version. They do have an unbreaded version. So this is what I'm currently eating. It is really good. Right. Really good. I'm trying to talk to y'all and eat too. I can't do both. Cause I'm goofy. And now I mess around and choke. Then I got my ranch and my fries over here. They did not give me the right ranch. But to be honest, normally when I get the right ranch is always when I ask for it myself from behind the bar. And that's one thing, like, I can deduct the point for is the fries being a hit and miss and the ranch being a hit and miss, because I like consistency when I get stuff. But the sandwich, it makes up for it. I ain't gonna lie. Then you can drizzle some more ranch if it ain't enough on there. Dip fries in the ranch. But this is the breaded buffalo chicken bacon ranch sandwich at the Royal Mile in Des Moines, Iowa. Ooh, I forgot to tell y'all. Let me see. They have a reward system too. Every time you come during lunch, they'll stamp your card. One time per visit. And after you get 10 stamps, you get a free lunch. So, I'm 2 stamps away. My stamps will be faster if my kids ate there too. Because I be trying not to spend money without them. So, it takes me a long time to fill up a card. But I'm going to make sure I fill it up before we leave on the 30th. So. But I ain't gonna lie, I really do enjoy the people at the Royal Mile and the atmosphere. Because I'm really introverted, so I don't like being around a lot of people. And when it comes to conversations, it can kind of get awkward. But I didn't feel like that when they were talking to me. I didn't feel like that at all. Bro. This is, out of my top 3, this is my number 3 spot to eat at. Tomorrow, I will be taking y'all to my number 2 spot. And on Friday, I take you to the number 1 spot that I actually go with my children that they enjoy also. So, see you guys later. I'm finna finish eating.